Hello, welcome to the Sideboard here at the Star City Games Season 2 Invitational, part of SCGCON winner, brought to you by Ultimate Garden Carnox Chairs. I'm Nick Miller alongside a previous Players Champion, Jim Davis. How you doing?
Doing all right, yourself?
Pretty good. We're talking Pioneer. That's the big hype around this tournament. And you're playing vehicles, but not the one we expected to see and the one that dominated Standard past. We're just red-black, Rakdos vehicles with one whirly boy, the Chain Whirler.
Got to kill those Lino Royals.
Talk about this deck, because a lot of people were putting up results and we've seen a bunch of different vehicles lists pop up in these 5.0 deck dumps. How'd you come to just Rakdos?
This is actually an Andrew dressed-up special.
So you know it's good.
Right, exactly. Andrew saw a list that was kind of similar to this, 5.0 League, tuned it up a lot, and we worked on it probably like Wednesday night and Thursday. Ben Friedman and Dan Jessup also played the deck too. They didn't get to really test that much though, they kind of just played it cold. And played 2 leagues with it, was very, very impressed. I had been working on a 4-color vehicles deck actually earlier in the week that was actually not red.
Okay.
Basically Bant vehicles splashing for Scrounger. And I actually really liked it a lot, but it felt risky, and this deck just felt like it was all the things I liked about the Bant vehicles deck, with the safety net of playing a better mana base, and then Chain Whirler, Wild Slash, and so on and so forth for the Llanowar Elf deck. So it just felt a lot safer.
Right, this is clearly targeting the Llanowar Elves decks when you're putting Chain Whirler into your deck, and you have Wild Slash to kind of combat that as well.
Yeah, the big thing is that it seemed like level 0 of the format was Llanowar Elves. Once upon a time, Llanowar Elves Devotion, Stompy decks, just Llanowar Elves all day, every day. And then the logical next step is Supreme Verdict. Let's play Supreme Verdict. It's very smart, we're clever. And this deck seems very good against both those decks. We have the Llanowar Elves, obviously, with Chain Whirler and Wild Slash and so on. And then against Supreme Verdict, I mean, I've had opponents, where they have Verdict in their hand and they can't even cast it because my board is Wombat Courier, Hard Adherent, Smuggler's Copter, Hazaret, Chandra.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Right, kills the Courier, I guess. So this deck plays very, very well against Supreme Verdict, while also being good against those decks as well. So it kind of hits from both sides.
All right, so we have the usual suspects here from the old vehicle shells with Copter, Hard Adherent, and then Scrap Heat Scrounger along with Wombat Courier. But now we have some new creatures. We got the Soulscar Mage, Chain Whirler, and then the old Bone Crusher Giant here, little 2-for-1.
Yes, yeah. Big body's great because it crews Hard Adherent, and the shock is good. It's definitely one of the less exciting cards in the deck. The card advantage is well wanted. Kind of wanted to go to 3 or 2, but weren't sure what else to play. Just ran out of time.
All right. Unlicensed Disintegration, just your answer to anything. Always nice. Little damage upstairs.
That's the card. Yeah, that is the card you want to draw all the time, every time, except when it's dead, obviously. But in any creature matchup, it is by far your best card.
Right. And then the big top-end payoffs here, Chandra, just a great Planeswalker. We saw this card do a lot of work. And Hazaret, this is what I like about what this deck can bring to the table, is a threat that can kill them even if you can't attack, and something that's resilient to a lot of removal. How does it perform this weekend? Our
top end's a little lighter. We only have 1 Hazaret and 2 Chandras, but it's very good to be able to put your opponent in a spot where they're pressured very heavily early. I mean, early Copters, Hard Adherent, Scrounger, Courier. It puts a lot of things on their to-do list about how am I going to get back into this game? Turn 1 Courier, turn 2 Copter. Now I got to deal with the Copter, but the Courier is getting bigger too. And maybe I'll navigate through this, and you slam Hazaret or Chandra, and then it just really puts the nail in the coffin. So having the top end is really good. It's hard to balance how much you want. So you want 1 every game, but once you draw 2, things can clunk up a little bit. So Copter helps with that, but we decided to go with 3.
Right. And then we have all the good black cards in the sideboard. One of the big draws to this format, play black, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push. You have them both hanging out over here. Now, interesting enough, why is that? You have to have all the red mana for Chain Whirler, so you don't want to be drawing these black cards, or you don't have the lands to really play those reliably?
Yeah, I think when you're playing 4 Disintegrations and 4 Wild Slash in your main deck, I guess you could play Push over Wild Slash theoretically, but the damage is important. We're still kind of a red deck. We're still pretty aggressive. Damage from Chain Whirler, damage from Chandra, early 1-drops, damage from Disintegration. So just being able to shock your opponent is definitely reasonable. And then the Push is a little more targeted. It's mostly for killing Smuggler's Copter, and then honestly, that's the big one. They were Braids initially in the list, and we're just like, why are we playing a Braid? No one plays Marvel, there's no artifacts to kill. If we just want to kill Copter, why not play push that can also kill a Steel Leaf Champion or some other big creature that's troublesome. So I don't think it's a necessary piece. It's a very good card in the sideboard.
Right. And we've got another duress there for hand disruption. You got the old rampaging Ferocidon. All the cards being banned in standard. Smuggler's Copter and this dinosaur here. What's this coming in against?
The Banfield decks.
Okay.
That was my addition very, very late. I almost played Banfield in this tournament. Obviously, I lost to it yesterday. That was my one loss. But almost played that deck. I think it's very, very good. I haven't seen it too much actually today. But
a smaller representation, but there are some players here.
Yeah. Playing it over the week, I was actually just winning with everything, which is kind of good and bad because you're not sure what to play. But you want to have more, more information. But that deck was really, really good. So I wanted a card that was very good against them. Stop Sphinx's Rev, makes playing lands a liability. It's a powerful card too.
Yeah. We've got a suite of removal here between Fatal Push, Magma Spray, and then Dreadbore. This is one I don't think is getting enough billing in the format yet. Having something that can answer Oko and the creatures seems pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best kill spells in the format, honestly. We're already playing Disintegration, but I think if you're not playing artifacts and stuff, Dreadbore is the card. I think it's a really, really good kill spell. Being able to be live against the blue-white Planeswalker decks as well as the creature decks is huge, and then being able to kill things, can't kill vehicles obviously, but kill things mostly without restriction is awesome.
Yep. Lastly here you got two Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Is this just to pressure the blue-white decks?
That card's really, really good. So it's kind of a package. The Chandra comes along with the Float Seasons. So against any deck not playing creatures or blockers, Chandra's already good. It's attached for 2, Crucial Heart of Kirin, flashes things back, but being able to Thoughtseize, flashback Thoughtseize, and just kind of keep going nuts with that over and over and over again is really good. And it gives you some extra insurance where you board out your Disintegrations and your Wild Slashes against a blue-white control deck. If they have Lyra, we have our 2 Dreadboards, but if you happen to Dreadboard to very early, you can always flash back to the Dreadboard.
Get it again.
Get the Lyra. So very, very good card in the sideboard of this deck.
All right, so you've played a bunch online. We've just finished our 8th round of Pioneer here in the Invitational. How do you feel the format? How do you like it? What do you like in the metagame and that kind of stuff?
I think it's great. We're experiencing some once upon a time Oko-itis, if you will, as in all formats. I mean, I would not be upset if they just, Men in Black Oko from us in every format, because the card is just the most obnoxious thing of all time. But aside from that, it's been awesome. Having a new format, this is like the tournament that I've been most excited for in a long time. Because you don't really get this kind of honeymoon period of the format very often. It's a new format. No one's really sure what's good. We know what's good, but I'm sure none of our decks are good.
Right.
I'm sure a year from now, everyone's looking back at these decks and be like, how are you playing this card for?
I'm seeing things that are just starting to scratch the surface of the format, and that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I had so much fun. I played nothing with Pioneer on stream and on my YouTube.
Where could someone find you at if they wanted to see that?
Jim Davis MTG on YouTube and Twitch, but non-stop Pioneer. No modern, no standards, nothing. Abandoning everything completely. I'm playing Pioneer non-stop for 3 weeks. Tons of different decks. I like how it's, I don't want to say standard light, but it doesn't feel like modern where there are decks that are just doing stuff and just, there's the Ascendancy combo deck. It was a little hokey. Feldarkari was a very good ban, I think. Everyone's kind of playing Magic. We're killing things, we're playing, playing removal spells. Tempo is very important. It feels like standard, and I like that a lot. It's an aspect I really enjoy the format.
All right, Jim. Well, this is Rakdos Vehicles. Thanks for filling us in. For Jim, I'm Nick Miller. Stay tuned to Star City Games all week long for the action here in Roanoke.